this Saturday's video, I decided to make a video on what other, 3 animes would be great making as a live action. Which ones do you think would do well as a live action? So I chose 3, 2 of which have already been in talks of having a live action already done, one of which kind of some speculation, kind of probably not going to happen, but let's look into it regardless. And the 3 that I decided to choose were Digimon, Pokemon, and Beyblade. And yes, I know Beyblade is a show that I watched when I was a kid. Well, actually, I'll be honest, I didn't really watch Beyblade, but anyway, I'm going to talk about it regardless because there's a reason why, as you will see towards the end of this video. Now, when it comes to Digimon was a show that I kind of watched as a kid, kind of didn't, wasn't too into it. I was more of a Pokemon kind of a kid. But of course, there are always those little debates about which was better, Pokemon or Digimon. And Digimon kind of ultimately lost that battle because Digimon kind of went away after a couple of years or so. It's had multiple seasons regardless. But now with the recent release of Digimon Tri and the Digimon Tri movie that came out back in September, it's been kind of revitalized. So I was wondering, do you think a Digimon movie is going to happen? Live action movie is going to happen, I'm sorry. Now, honestly, there are no talks of it. There's no one that has the rights to it at this point in time beyond the animation studios, but that doesn't mean we may not see a foreseeable future in a Digimon live action. Will I watch it? Most likely. Do I think it might be any good? I don't know. I'll be completely honest with you. So I'm kind of tempted to say yes, because getting the Digi-Destined might be kind of a cool take, depending on whom they get to play who. Now, as far as getting like Greymon and Agumon, and all the other Digimon CGI'd in there, that might be kind of where it might get a little bit weird or may go south. The same way kind of goes with where they would film it. There's multiple places they can film these things, even for them to be able to film the digital world, which would actually be kind of awesome for them to film. But at this point in time, there is no Digimon live action movie that's going to be released. And honestly, I don't even know what they would actually do for a live action Digimon movie. Would they go based off of the original, series, or would they make up their own storyline? Now, this brings to number 2, which is Pokemon. Pokemon at this point in time has been in talks for a live action movie. It was recently released, talked about this past summer, that Legendary Studios got the rights to Pokemon and were in talks with the Pokemon company to come out with the live action movie. And upon me further looking into this, what they've decided to do for the storyline was to do it based off of a video game that was released back in Japan in February of 2016 called The Great Detective Pikachu, where he basically helps a young man by the name of Tim find his father, and along the way they also help out Pokemon to solve these crimes per se, or little things that are going on. Now, I originally thought that the Pokemon live action would somehow talk about Ash, Misty, and Brock and their adventures and kind of bring them to life, but this isn't actually the case. Now, Pokemon probably might make a pretty good live action. The storyline they chose, I don't know, but just doing Pokemon in general might actually generate quite a bit of money. This is because Pokemon has already shown that it can make it well in the box office, with the release of Pokemon, the first movie back in 1999, that actually made $163.3 million in the box office for the US alone. Not only that, then with the second release back in 2000 of Pokemon, the movie 2000, made $133.3 million. So it can definitely make it in the box office and generate some serious revenue. Not only that, but now you still have video games coming out like Pokemon Sun and Moon, which I have Moon and still have yet to actually finish the game. But not only that, you also had Pokemon Go, which was released back in July of 2016, where it had so many people involved in this game, from young kids to older adults, that all kind of got wrapped up in the nostalgia of finally being able to be the Pokemon trainer we all wanted to be and being able to play this game. Now, we all dealt with the server issues regarding this game when it first came out. Those issues have now been more or less dealt with, but not only that, the hype has died down. But I'll be honest, I just don't pick up the game as much as I used to, but I still play it from time to time, so to see what Pokemon I can catch that are around me. But Pokemon's already shown that it can make it well in the box office, so this might be a foreseeable one. Do I like the storyline they chose? not really. I kind of would have loved to see Ash, Misty, and Brock on the big screen in a non-animated form. Now, this brings me to number 3, and that is Beyblade. I know many of you guys are like, what? Beyblade? I know. I never really watched Beyblade as a kid, and I never really played with the toys, but it was recently talked about, actually it was talked about a couple of years ago, back in 2015, that Paramount Studios got the rights to Beyblade and were planning to release a live action movie. Now at this point in time, there is still no talks of what it will actually entail, the storyline or anything like that, casting. Only thing that's been talked about is that they do have the rights. So that means we may not actually see a Beyblade movie come to pass. Now, it makes me wonder, will it work well in the box office? I don't know. I feel like it would work well in the box office if Beyblade did something very similar to Digimon and came out with another series. Now, I could be wrong. There may already be a Beyblade series out, but let's also be honest, I'm not in their demographic that they're looking for. But if they did re-release it and made it like kind of up to the original characters, once again, I never watched the original series, that this could generate, you know, a lot of people who are my age or possibly even older, even younger viewers to start watching the show a lot more, and this might actually make it very relevant for a live action to be released. Now, once again, at this point in time, we don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't even know if they will even come out with a live action of Beyblade. All I know is that the rights have already been done. Now, this makes me bring the question to you guys. Which one do you think would make a better live action? And I'll be honest, I'm going to have to go with the king of them all, Pokemon. And this is just because of the fact, like I mentioned earlier, Pokemon has already shown that it can make serious revenue in the box office. Not only that, but it still is very relevant among many of us today, from the games that are still being released to Pokemon Go to still the merchandise that is being talked about today, and of course the anime that has still been ongoing for the past 20 or more years. So yeah, Pokemon would be the most relevant choice that would make it well in the box office. Now, do I think it'll be any good? I don't know. Will I watch it? Most likely. And a lot of times, many of us watch live action animes not because they think they're going to be good, but because of the entertainment value that they have. For example, Dragon Ball Evolution and Attack on Titan. Both of them were terrible. Entertaining to watch? Yeah, at times they were kind of entertaining to watch. But I feel like if the producers do these well, for example, watching the anime, knowing what it's about, and really putting their all into it and making it as great as it can be, besides just looking at it from a business sense, maybe they will do pretty well. Now, I know many of you guys are like, well, why would they come out with a live action of these anyway? I don't know. To be honest, probably because of money. It's a business, you guys, and you guys have to understand this. Pokemon's going to generate the most revenue, therefore Pokemon's the best one to make as a live action. But once again, which one would you guys choose? Comment down below and let me know what you guys think. Also, let me know what you think would make a good storyline for Digimon, for a live action Digimon movie, and also comment down below whether or not you actually watched Beyblade, and would you watch a live action Beyblade if one ever came out. So yeah, so this video should be up in a couple of hours. Once again, I apologize if it's up late due to the previous files somehow getting corrupted. But anyway, you guys, I hope you guys have a great, weekend whenever you guys are watching this, and have a great day. And I'll have, of course, like always, I'll have the links down below to all my social media accounts, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my anime vlog. And of course, give this video a thumbs up, and like always, subscribe so that you guys can check out more of my videos and be notified when I upload more. And there's also the little bell thing below so that you guys can also know when my videos are up. Otherwise, you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys on Wednesday with another video. Bye.